May I come in, sir?
Please.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sirs.
Good evening. You are Mr. RANJAN Kumar?
Yes, sir.
Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
RANJAN, can we have a brief introduction, please?
Sir, I come from Patna district of Bihar. I have completed my initial schooling from DAV Public School, Jahanabad. I am a computer science graduate from National Institute of Technology, Durgapur. Currently, I have been selected for Bihar Administrative Service. My option is sociology, and my hobbies are watching movies based on social issues and playing cricket.
And you have given the interview before, I see.
Yes, sir.
How many did you get?
146.
And you missed the call by how much?
It was by 30 marks.
Right. So currently you are undergoing training?
No, sir, I am waiting for my joining letter.
Right.
Document verification has occurred.
Congratulations for making it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So RANJAN, coming from Bihar, there's a controversy going on because the policy of prohibition has not been successful anywhere in the world, as you know. In Bihar, there are stories of a lot of deaths due to illicit hooch, a lot of innocent people going to jail and general harassment and so on. Do you think there is a case for revoking prohibition?
Sir, since this policy has been implemented from last 5 years, I think there is a need for re-evaluation of the impact this policy has done. And based on that, sir, I think a wise decision should be made whether there is a need for any modification or to altogether end this policy itself.
No, but what is your view? Wise decision is fine, but I would like to know where you stand on this issue. Would you like it to be revoked or would you like it to continue? What is your stand?
Sir, going per the newspaper reports, there have been some incidents reported of huge tragedies and arrest of the people. However, sir, if I get data that in how much cases this has been benefited, so based upon that, I would like to take a decision. However, sir, I would like to let this policy continue so that its impact on women empowerment and improving the income of the household, if it is having a positive impact on that, so then I would suggest let it continue. And if it's not making any direct contribution to the both above stated goals, then I would suggest that government should revoke it so that the public exchequer gets its money through the regulation of liquor, and also the improvement in tourism can be seen because of it.
Now, you're fond of cricket. Recently, India played South Africa in a test match. And in the second test match, 2 world records were established. Can you tell me?
So the first world record was that it was the test which ended in the shortest span of time and minimum number of hours. And second, I am not able to recall, sir.
6 wickets went down without a run. Never
Yes,
happened in
sir,
the
yes,
history.
sir.
Right. Now, your optional subject was sociology.
Sir.
Seattle became the first city in USA to pass a law against caste discrimination. Do you think this is a progressive step? How do you view this?
Sir, it is a progressive step, as more and more numbers of Indians are going to study in developed countries like US, and not only Indians but people from South Asia is also going there. And as there is a discrimination on the basis of race, there is also have been reports that there are increasing evidence of incidents of discrimination based on the caste, for example during the recruitment drives and also in granting the money for the research. So looking at these biases, if such a policy is adopted, then it is a good step for the people of the South Asian community to get higher mobility in through employments.
Right. Now, my last question. Looking at my name, what would be my relation to Lord Ramchandji?
Sir, Kush was the name of his younger son, sir. So you would be
And who would be associated with my name?
Kush, Love Kush, his son.
Thank you.
All right.
Sir.
Okay. Ranjan, Bihar has given great religions, Buddhism and Jainism.
Sir.
And Nalanda was one of the at the epitome of learning.
Sir.
Can you tell me the reasons for decline of Buddhism in Bihar and learning also in the process?
Sir, first reason is that decline of any state who provided a stability in the region and also supported the religious activities. For example, after the decline of Palas, there was no great kingdom in the east who supported as much the Buddhism. And secondly, sir, the invasions that occurred during the 1100s and 1200s that also destroyed the centers of learning and executed the followers of Buddhism and other religions. And thirdly, sir, the re-emergence of Hinduism by Shankaracharya ji, who also visited Bihar and debated and pointed out the defects in the Buddhism. And fourthly, sir, these are the three I can recall of.
Okay, all right, I'll take it. You are a computer engineer.
Sir.
You must have heard about cryptocurrency Ponzi scams.
Sir.
How do these scams happen? What is the process involved?
Sir, particularly about Ponzi scam, I am not much aware of. So, as far as my limited knowledge, sir, these scams are. Sorry, sir, I am not able to.
Okay, just read about it.
Yes, sir. I will read.
Anyway, well, we say that the generative AI can pose threat to humankind,
Yes, sir.
right? Because they will become better than humans.
Sir.
Should that happen? Should there be a demand? Will there be a demand for equal rights with humans by these machines? And what should be the principles on which these intelligent machines should be accorded these rights at par with humans?
So the basic fundamental of a machine who have acquired intelligence and emotions, if in future, and a human being is different. So granting equal rights, I would not be in support of that. However, certain rights may be granted to them if they develop to a such extent that they developed sentient aspect of it. Then depending upon the kind of task that they have to perform. For example, in the name of robotics, if they are to be they are forced to work for continuous hours and they have developed that sentient aspect of it, then their working hours can be restricted. And also if they have some emotional requirements like a partner, then also we can make a policy regarding that, sir.
All right, okay. You watch movies based on social issues.
Sir.
Which is the movie that you have watched on social issues related to women?
So recently I watched the Raksha Bandhan movie. It was related to the dowry culture in India.
Okay. And any other movie? I'm aware of that.
Yes, sir.
Seen that. About domestic violence.
Topper is a movie, sir, that was based, that
Okay.
was highlighting the issue.
My last question.
Sir.
In the recently concluded T20 series against Afghanistan,
Yes, sir.
Virat Kohli broke Sachin Tendulkar's record. What was it? He went past Sachin
50th,
Tendulkar's.
50th century that he scored, sir.
No. He made more ducks than Sachin
Okay,
Tendulkar.
that I was not aware of.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
See, elections are going to happen in USA, the later part of it.
Yes, sir.
What is happening now at this stage? What the process of election they have? Presidential election.
Sir, exact details I'm not aware of, but in USA there is a tradition that within a party they have internal party democracy where different candidates vouch for their presidential candidature and they defeat one another and one candidate is selected from each party.
Okay.
So,
Republican Party,
sir,
who are the candidates in the race right now?
sir, after the defeat of scientists, exact name I'm not able to recall,
Yeah, DeSantis.
only Donald Trump and Nikki Haley are the contestant for the
And who is
candidature.
the candidate for Democrats?
Sir, I'm not sure it has been officially announced or not, but more there is chances that Joe Biden would be the candidate, sir.
Okay. See, union budget is going to be presented. Which date it is
The
presented?
1st of February.
This year's union budget will be different than the normal budget.
Yes, sir, this year interim budget would be presented,
Suppose this government says we will present full-fledged budget.
sir.
So, is there any problem?
Sir, I'm not aware of the technical aspect of it.
Not aware.
No, sir.
Okay. Have you heard the term de-dollarization?
Yes, sir.
What is de-dollarization?
Sir, it is a process where the dependence upon the dollar-based global economic order has to be reduced and other currencies to be promoted for bilateral trade and multilateral trade to be
Do you
promoted.
think any currency has a potential to dethrone the dollar from its center stage? In near future?
Sir, Chinese yuan and India's rupee are the prominent contender to become a global.
How India's rupee can dethrone dollar?
Sir, since
What is the condition to have a currency, internationally acceptable currency? Russia, we tried to import oil from rupee, they refused no.
yes,
We
sir.
don't want rupee. Then
Sir, if more trade happens in rupee and also
what is the percentage of total world export India has? Total world export, what is the percentage of India's
around
export?
2.5% only.
Then how with the 2.5%, how can we dream of being it a
So we will work. Yes, sir, we will work. We will need to work hard to make that a reality.
But how many years?
So it will take some time, sir.
Take some time. Okay, I'll give you a topic.
Sir.
OTT
Yes, sir.
platform. OTT platform should be brought under censor board.
Yes, sir.
You should speak for the motion for 30 seconds and against the motion for 30 seconds.
Yes, sir. Sir, OTT platforms are. I'm going to speak for the motion to bring it under the regulation of censor board. So my first argument would be that the new amount of nudity it is portraying and abusive language that it is portraying, and there is no clear-cut certification as the films. There is a wider proliferation of such culture among also the youth, and also which is harmful for the society in the long term. And also, sir, there is no, though they have been provided some kind of a regulatory mechanism to hinder it to watch the young people to watch it. However, a strict regulation may get implemented if OTT platforms is brought under some kind of a censorship. Now, going for the against of the motion, sir, OTT platform is an avenue for the artistic freedom, and where and first is that one. Second, sir, I think rather than censoring it, there should be a better regulatory mechanism and also putting under the platforms so that the children cannot watch that content which is not meant for them, and also disclaimer should be provided so that these the things that are shown there is not become part of culture of youth, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Can Yadavs be regarded as a dominant caste in Bihar and UP?
Sir, looking at the facts of recent caste survey of Bihar,
What's a dominant caste?
so dominant caste is a term defined by M.N. Srinivasji, which defined a caste group who have some political mileage in the term, and also they have some economic basis. For example, land holding and the share in the government employment. And thirdly, sir, they have to belong in the either in the upper caste group or in the middle of the caste group. So these are the criteria.
Okay. So what about Yadavs in Bihar and UP?
Sir, since they have population, they are also a good owner of land holdings. And thirdly, their population in the employment is fairly good as compared to other groups. They can be considered as dominant caste, sir.
You heard of circulation of elites, Pareto?
Yes, sir.
In that context, define the rise and fall of Mayawati in UP.
Sir, Mayawati ji can be considered as a lion in the nomenclature of circulation of elites, where she rose to prominence because of her outspoken ability and able to cater to the needs of the masses. And her downfall can be seen as the part of politics, where she has been overruled or dethroned because of more change in the coalition of the different parties.
Is there too much of a difference between a lion and a fox according to Pareto? Or are they very similar?
Sir, lions are considered more outspoken and more taking bold decisions, whereas foxes are considered as more cunning and they plan in a long-term basis. And when foxes gets old, then they take up the leadership position.
All right. Now, let's say somebody from a scheduled caste
Sir,
belongs to a rich family
sir,
and joins the IAS.
sir.
Scheduled caste, rich, joins the IAS. Try to explain it as an intersection of caste, class, and status.
Sir, a status is defined by the caste in India. So,
Is it? Sociologically speaking. Status according to Max Weber.
yes, sir. Max Weber has also told that the caste group is the highest form of a status group in any society.
What is status according to Weber? Is status dependent on caste or class, or is it independent of both?
Sir, according to Weber, he defined a status more upon based on the market, his status in the market economy.
Are you sure?
I will have to go through it again, sir.
My last question. What is class consciousness?
Sir, it is a term given by Karl Marx, where he told that when people become aware about their class, that they are the exploited ones or that they are the
So class in itself and class for itself.
yes, sir.
What's the difference?
Class for itself.
Class in itself, class for itself.
Difference you asking, sir. Sir, in class in itself, the bourgeois are categorized into different class because of their own perception, whereas in class for itself, all the
Proletariat.
sorry, sir, proletariat. So all the proletariat groups combine and form based upon the class consciousness, they form a class for itself.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Ranjan, good evening.
Sir, good evening, sir.
As a DM,
Sir.
a situation I'm giving you, hypothetical situation. Okay, as a DM, 3 protests are happening in your district. A Dalit rights protest, a LGBTQ right protest and a women rights protest. What will be your order of priority?
Sir, I would go upon the case-to-case basis. If any protest is turning violent, then my first my first step would be to, in coordination with the superintendent of police, to curb that if violence possibility is there. And second, I would decide upon the nature of that protest, that where they are demanding rights or they are asking for any better service quality from the state. So I will talk to them and cater to their needs, ask their leaders to come and talk with the authorities, with me as a DM heading that government representation, sir.
Okay. Interesting. Tell me, who is more privileged between both? A upper caste gay man or a Dalit man? Who is having more privileges?
Sir, it would also depend upon other factors, whether the Dalit man is having an employment or a landless.
General, I'm speaking. Let's say it's in a rural spectrum.
Sir, if the gay man is an open gay, then I think in our society, in a rural society, gay man would be more discriminated than a Dalit man.
And in the urban spectrum?
In urban sphere also, sir, there could be better opportunity for him to get secluded. So less chances of him being ostracized.
Okay. Now what about a upper caste woman and a Dalit man?
I think Dalit man would be more discriminated if he has no economic opportunity like land or employment and is working as just a manual labor.
Okay. You are a computer science graduate from NIT Durgapur,
Sir,
right? Have you designed any kind of sites? You might be aware of coding and all.
yes, sir, I have not designed a site, but I have write an algorithm and developed a device. So that algorithm was related to making the routing system more efficient, where in which the sensors were deployed in the difficult terrains like hilly areas or border areas, and how to get the information quickly. And in the device, sir, I developed a Raspberry Pi for effective implementation of certain I'm not able to recall what was the software, but we learnt upon Raspberry Pi to make it more useful for the children's education, sir.
Okay, Ranjan, my last part.
Sir.
IoT, Internet of Things.
Yes, sir.
Government is using it somewhere? Indian government is using IoT somewhere?
Sir, it is nowadays everywhere present, so government must be using, and exact evidence I am not able to recollect.
Smart
sir.
cities, traffic lights.
Yes,
and
sir,
all
smart
those things.
cities.
Okay, what are the challenges with IoT?
Sir, first challenge would be its cost, because manufacturing of these devices is happening in India. And second, it's the lack of a skilled man force to keep it maintained. And thirdly, sir, the effectiveness of data that it is generating, whether it is generating a true data or precise data, that has to be looked into it, sir.
Okay. Are you aware of metaverse?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's say there was this news from Europe, virtual gang rape in metaverse.
Yes, sir.
So it should be dealt with normal laws of Earth.
I think, sir, there should be different policy, because there only psychological and emotional damage was done to that girl. Whereas in physical world, the physical physical sovereignty is also outraged, and there is more societal pressure and stigmatization, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, how many mocks have you given?
Sir, I have given 5 mocks prior to this one.
How many do you intend to give?
Till I get confidence and become more fluent.
So, Ranjan, let me tell you something about mocks. At some point of time, the amount of time that you devote to preparation, you will be better off
Sir.
rather than giving mocks.
Yes.
that's for you to take a call, but typically beyond a point there is the law of diminishing returns. So what I would suggest is, from now on devote yourself to preparation, and when the date comes out, then do 1 or 2 mocks and go to an institute where your comfort level is the highest, where they can assess that you have gone from level A to level B and give you further inputs for making your preparations foolproof. Now, having said that, how do you rate your performance today?
So it was average. I was not able to answer few questions, and I was also not able to structure my answer in points. This could have been better.
Right, there's always scope for improvement, but Ranjan, you are a good candidate. In fact, I would say you are a very good candidate. Let me start with the basics, that you need to be clean shaven, your hair needs to be neatly combed.
I will replace all these things, sir.
Yes. You see, when you come in, you should give the impression of an officer. You already are an officer.
Yes, sir.
So you should look and respond like an officer. You are coming from a very good space. You are already in Bihar Administrative Service. You can only go higher.
Yes, sir.
So have that positive mindset. Now, you see, it is not a test of knowledge as such. It's not a question answer session. We ask you 10 questions, you give 8 right answers, you get 80%. No, doesn't work like that. We are using each question as a key to unlock your personality.
Sir.
And we are looking at a specific set of officer-like abilities. What are those? Integrity, so no bluffing, no guessing. We are looking at balanced opinion. We are looking at logical thinking. We are looking at lucid exposition. We are looking at conceptual clarity. We are looking at self-confidence and poise. You already have been exposed to all this in an interview, so you know what it takes. And the only predictable thing about an interview is its unpredictability.
Yes, sir.
So now what you do, I would suggest take about 100 to 120 of these A4 size sheets.
Sir.
Think of all the possible questions that are coming your way. Build up a question bank. They'll be coming from DAF, right? They'll be coming from current affairs, from your subject and from your job. Once you have that question bank ready, do a deep dive on each topic. Master it in all its angles and then reduce it to 4-5 bullet points in order of priority. And if you know something, you know it. If you don't know it, you don't know it. So don't be very tentative in your response. Like I was asking you about Love and Kush and you're looking extremely uncertain about your response. Who doesn't know about Love and Kush?
Yes, sir.
So a little more of a rounded response would help, because you see what happens is once you are able to nail the response to a question, your self-confidence builds up and essentially it becomes a type of interview in which there is a lot of discussion rather than straight question answer. And don't use phrases like "as far as my limited knowledge goes." Why would the panel choose someone with limited knowledge?
Sir.
Right. So best of luck. You'll do very well. You've got all the qualities in terms of physique, height, pleasant personality. Everything is there. What should you be worried about? You've got a very good job. There are people coming here for the 11th time. They don't have a job. They are basically parasites. So go there and ace the interview.
Thank you, sir.
Best of luck.
Questions?
Any question from your side?
No, thank you, sir.
Best of luck.
Best of luck.
All right.
All the best.
Thank you. Thank you.